Welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and we are celebrating International Women's Month. Not a
Yes.
day, but the whole entire month. And I have a special guest with me. I call her my sister because her husband adopted me, and I'm glad he did because I didn't have family here. So this is Maria Brown. Welcome to the
Hi.
show. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It
It's been a
has
while.
been. Has been.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here
Well,
today.
thank you so much.
Yes.
You are so powerful. You have done so much in the community, and you're the person behind the scenes. So
Oh.
people don't know who you are. So tell people who you are and what you do.
Well, first of all, my name is Maria Brown. I am the wife of Willie C. Brown Jr. Everybody knows him in Hampton Roads as WC.
The C.
So I am the CEO, not CEO, but the president of our Big Mind Entertainment group. And yep, I do all of the background work. I just try to make sure I keep him intact,
Oh,
where he
needs
should
you.
go,
God
and
bless
where
you.
he needs to be. It's not always easy, but you know what? He's learning.
He's learning.
Yeah. You know, it takes a woman. You don't know that. It takes a woman. But anyway, I'm just so blessed for that. I do that. We both sing together, and at different services on Sundays, and I call Sundays another one of our work days.
The work day, yeah.
Mhm. But and we also are very active in the community with feeding different people and with different organizations, which I'm so grateful for, because being in the presence of those that really are in need, and God's giving you the ability to bring it to pass for them, that just, oh my God, that just does something for my heart, and it makes us want to do more. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about
It's
that.
amazing, though. Amazing. So the Big Mind Entertainment, the Big Mind Group, they have done so much for the community. And me meeting Willie, it was just, I mean, it's amazing because actually I got Cocoa Butter coming on next, and I met her first, actually. And then somehow I ended up meeting WC. And I tell you, boy, and it just seemed like we just clicked. You know, he just immediately said, well, you know what? You my sister. So
Yeah.
you don't have to think that you're here alone. You my sister. And he went up to the job the other day telling everybody, my sister work up here.
Oh my God.
So he is for real,
He
my
is.
brother. And you're for real,
Yes.
my sister.
You're my sister too.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Yes.
So going back to what they do, so it's amazing. When I was closing down my previous job at Military Circle Mall, we were told that we had no money, and they offered me $200 to cover food for my staff, because I was a GM at that time. Food for my staff, Christmas, and to get cookies and juice for the kids to sing Christmas carols, and that was going to be just going away for Military Circle Mall. People have been there over 50 years running their business. So I literally was in tears, and I spoke to Willie about it.
Yes.
And that's what got us going.
Yes, it was such a wonderful event.
Oh my
How
gosh.
how we got all the different groups to come. I know the Living Testimony singers were there. There's some other gospel dancers.
Dr. Ron's group was there too.
Oh yeah, that's right. You was there.
Yeah, Dr. Ron's
And
group
y'all
was there.
sang too. Good God Almighty, man! There's some singing folks. Virginia, Hampton Roads area has some singing people. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Anointed by God.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, it was just so beautiful.
Wasn't it beautiful?
It was, and the thing that really blessed me is to see the little children
Oh my
receiving
gosh.
gifts that,
Yes.
in any other words, their parents couldn't afford to get.
Exactly.
But God blessed us. I think we gave over 7,000 toys.
Girl, we gave so many toys away that every single kid that came into the line, because remember I was with Santa, and Santa had a brand new suit on.
Oh my God.
Santa had a brand new suit on, and we
Wow.
made sure that every single child had a toy. So every kid was gifted with a Christmas brand new Christmas toy.
New. And we're not talking about the dollar store toys.
No.
We're
These were
talking
good
about
toys.
some Barbies, some mantles.
Mm-hmm.
Mattel, I'm sorry. And what's these other big Legos?
Yeah.
You talking about bikes, scooters,
Mhm.
some of everything.
All those kids walked away with a gift, and even the
More
babies.
than one.
Yeah, because I remember Doctor uh, the book lady. I can't think of her name right now, but the doctor lady who has the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
She, Dr. Goff.
Okay.
So she came and she said, "We have blankets for the babies." And so she went and got the blankets because they had books, and the books came was with a blanket so the parents could
Oh
read to the
my
kids. And so
God.
she even brought blankets out for the babies.
Yes.
And so it was
Oh,
amazing.
it was. I tell you, that day, my my heart was filled with so much joy. And then we had it for like what time did
It
we
I,
start?
it was probably it wasn't that long. They didn't give us that
Mm-mm.
long much longer
But
time, but
just to see those children so excited. I know I saw one little baby that was in a wheelchair. She was so excited to get these toys, and the parents, they were crying because they said, "Y'all, we thank you because we really didn't have it this year. With the way the economy is going,
mm-hmm,
a lot of
mm-hmm,
us are there. A lot of them don't have um, food. A
mm-hmm.
lot of them don't can't give their children something, because
Yeah.
how kids are.
Yeah, they
Kids
want
are
something.
expecting
Yeah, they don't care
something
about
from their parents.
we poor and we don't
Mm-hmm.
have the money. They
Yep.
just want to know why we don't have.
Right.
And that was a blessing, that
It
whole event. So
was.
you guys made that possible. And I cried and I cried and I cried. No, those were tears of joy. The first one wasn't, because baby, my staff got together and we had food and we ate, and we even offered her some food that day. It's like, oh, would you
Mm-hmm.
like to join us? Because we got everything and we didn't even use that
And
$200.
it was so many people out there.
I know it was
from
packed.
from I know from where you all were with Santa, and then where we were with all of
All the
the
entertainment.
entertainment going
Yes.
on. It was
Yes.
so many people. I really enjoyed. I was just so glad that we had the opportunity. And thanks to you that you even entrusted that we could get that done. So it's a blessing how God will put people in your midst to have things done. You know
Done.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
And that's what I'm
God will
saying.
use you,
You. Yep.
hallelujah,
Absolutely.
to be
Absolutely.
to be the instrument to bless somebody else.
And
Mm.
so, so this is the kind of lady this lady is. I mean, and so I'll always have my heart out for you guys, because
Oh,
to me, that was, I'm not from here. And so those people at Military Circle Mall at the time, that was all they had.
yeah,
And so to be seeing it, pull from under you and things like that, I mean, we know change has to happen,
right,
and that's fine.
right,
However, you still have emotions and you
yeah,
still have, those tenants is all I could think about. My heart went out to them, and I was trying my best to make sure I got people placed in different jobs and different positions, and I did the best I could
right,
with what I
right,
had.
right.
And we went out with a bang.
Yes, we did. It was
It
beautiful.
was beautiful. Santa had that suit, girl.
Yeah.
Santa was proud of his new suit.
It's true.
He was. I enjoyed that Santa. He
Oh
was
God,
so much fun, and we had fun. So
we did. It was a grand event. With, like I said, not only the adults but the children participating, singing and dancing and everything. So it was
it was
beautiful.
beautiful. It was
It
beautiful.
really was. You had to be there.
Yeah.
Telling you.
And can you believe that I've been at the new position for a year now?
It doesn't even
February
seem like
27th
it. Oh my
was a
goodness.
year. Yeah.
A whole
And
year.
guess what? I did it again with the back to school fair.
I didn't get a chance to go to that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get a
But
chance
we did
to
it
go.
again. So we gave
Yes.
over 2,000 backpacks to the
Oh,
community. Over 2,000. And it was the same kind of ripple. It was like I was looking for at least 100, and
yeah.
everybody came together. The city of Norfolk, we had probably about 5 or 6 departments from city of Norfolk that
Wow.
joined. And so we started off with a committee of 2.
Mhm.
Then she invited somebody, and then she invited somebody, and that person invited, and we ended up with over 25 people on the committee.
Wow.
And it just snowballed into something beautiful. So I know that we can pull together
Yes.
our resources, because
Yes.
everybody's always trying to do, and that's what I told the lady from the school. I said, everyone here is doing the exact same thing. Why are people not pulling together and working together?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I told her, I said, this needs to be a unity in the community. and that's what got the name going. Well, I really did that in Dallas. We did the exact same thing in Dallas, but I just felt like this is a small city. Dallas is huge. So unity in the community made sense because we're so big and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to pull people in. But you guys are small
Yeah.
and everybody's trying to do their own individual thing.
Right.
Why not pan together? And
Come
that's what
together.
that was
Right.
together. That was that why we pulled that together like that because
Mm-hmm.
everybody was like, oh, okay. And it worked out.
It did.
It worked out.
It did. I was so grateful for it, and I look forward to doing it again.
We
You
need to do it
know,
again.
to do it again because Hampton Roads needs to feel the love, really do.
Yeah.
Now, I'm born and raised in Chesapeake, Virginia, and my parents, they're from Virginia as well, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's having a whole lot been happening for the community of Hampton Roads. Maybe some stuff, but not stuff that cultivate everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's really important is to, just like you were saying, get everybody together
Mm-hmm.
and letting us know, hey, I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you.
Yeah.
So if we all would just do that, man, what kind of community would we
Boy, let
really
me
be?
tell you.
Man, we
Let me
would be
tell you.
amazing.
And, and not down in any city or community, company or community. I mean, trying to say, but to me, I feel like it doesn't take that much.
You know what? It really doesn't.
You know.
But you know what? If we could just find out what the need is, a lot of times I know my husband and we always we're going at we're going back and forth about, well, what can we do here? Can we do the same thing here? And some places won't allow you
Mm-hmm.
to do certain things, and that makes it a little difficult because then we can't supply the need of other cities that's within the Hampton Roads area. So
Mm-hmm.
then that means we have to kind of like scale back and go back to the drawing board all over again. But I'm just praying that hopefully the officials and everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
that they would see what we're trying to do
Mm-hmm.
and just say, hey, you know what? Let's just make this a whole community week or
Right.
something.
Right.
Have different communities getting together, doing this, doing that, whatever, clothes, whatever it is, because we should be able to
Right.
to
Right. But
take
see,
care of our
now
community.
this is a catch-22 though. Okay, so if the officials would help the people that's trying to make this happen, then it would be wonderful because now at a higher tier, a higher level, maybe more things can happen.
Yeah.
But you're taking the risk of them taking your idea. And then
Yeah.
if that's the case, then it'll be, even though it's still helping the community, but you're not, you had to relinquish your authority as far as
I
how
understand that.
things are being
But you
ran.
know what? If we are me knowing God, if that happens, I just believe that God has another plan. Because sometimes when you when you're doing things like that, like I said, he'll use you to make it happen,
Mm-hmm.
even though they may say it's their
Mm-hmm.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
God will come back always and make room for you in other places.
Yeah.
So at this point, I really don't even matter
Let,
if they take it. Let
let
them
them have
take
it.
it, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's for them.
Yeah.
It's for the community, and that's what it's all about. It's taking care of our people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
that's what it's all
That's
about.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. And hopefully our people will understand and see. I think on one of the interviews I saw one lady said, she said, I hope they understand that we are all pulling together to make this for them, to make them have, happy and make them have school supplies and be prepared
Yes.
for what's coming. And I thought about that. I was like, people don't realize that. At some point it's like, oh, free, 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 free. They're not even thinking about the reason why, the reason for the season, the reason,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why this is being done.
Right.
And so it's amazing that we can move mountains if we work together.
If we work together,
We can move.
sometimes we gotta not only sometimes in moving a mountain, we gotta speak it, and we gotta believe what we're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And when we believe
Mhm.
what we speak, I think that just gives God the activation that He needs to make it happen.
There you
just
go.
like that.
Activate.
Holy Spirit, activate.
I love
We
it.
needed to.
We
Yes,
needed to.
absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about you and health wise. So how do you keep going? Who motivates you?
Oh my God. I was thinking about that today earlier, and I thought about my mom, and I thought about my grandma. They're not here anymore, but these women really, they were praying women, and they really pushed me into being a praying mom. And every time I think of them, it's like just like last night. I don't know. I just dreamed. I dreamt of my mom. Every time I go through stuff, I dream of her, and it just makes me just want to push more because my mom was a giver. Not only was she a giver, she gave of herself. Our house was not even our house.
Yeah.
My mom was a foster mom, and she had everybody at the house, and I'm like, oh my god, I got to share my space with all these kids, and it. I didn't understand it
I was about to
growing up.
say, did you understand it at the
Growing
time?
up,
No.
because I was like, y'all can't come in my room. This is my room. But then as she began to say, well, Maria, we got to learn how to love people, and God is bringing these people into our lives, and they need our help, and I had to understand that, and I began to understand it, and as we got older, um, as we got older, my mom wanted to adopt one of the babies, right? Oh my god, we got so close to her, and then all of a sudden the family came in and said that they would do it. Oh, that tore my mom's heart up, and that really showed me um how much she really really cared, for other people. And then she went from there, and God blessed my mom to be a doula. Right. So she was able to help other people bring in children.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
There was my OBGYN would call my mom all types of night and say, hey, I need you to be at so and so because I got this delivery. They don't have anybody. And I need you to be there. And it blessed me so much. And just that, to see these women willing, they know my mama from Adam, but willing to allow my mom to be there for them, to help them through this process. So she really inspired me and just pushed me at my best, because sometimes when you're not feeling your best, you need somebody else to push you.
Exactly.
And my mom was that.
Okay.
She is. That's what pushes me.
Yeah, yeah. So, and, we always, it's always good to have that support system. It's always good to have a support system.
Now, my husband is support. He's very supportive too. He is, but men, they're a little different.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
They don't like pink. They got a problem if they don't like pink.
They're a little different. They're a little different, but I thank God for my husband, because he just said, babe, whatever it is you need, whatever it is you want. And I know he'll break his neck to try to get it done.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I really don't want him to break his neck.
Yeah. Just sit down somewhere.
So I got to be careful what I say out of my mouth, because if I say it, guess what? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, oh, no, I didn't mean for it to happen now. But I thank God for him. I do, because he does. He brings out another part of me that I didn't know that I had.
Well, when I saw you guys at the concert this past summer, that was so much fun. I really enjoyed myself, but I saw you actually enjoying the groove and getting into it, and I'm like, look at her, she be getting it. So it was so much fun to see.
That's at the Portia Park, right?
Up here at the ocean front.
Yes.
The concert
you're talking about at the Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Yes, in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that was fun. And I saw you cut loose. I was like, look at Maria. That's the first time I've seen you in that type of atmosphere. And it was so nice to see you dressed so pretty.
Oh.
And you was just in your element. That was you.
Yeah.
That was you making it happen.
God, I love music. Music to me ministers to your soul. And when you connected with God, it just seemed like every time there's something that's going through, music just pulls you right on through.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I'm connected with my husband, because he has a music background just like I do. And so when we get together, especially on those times when we got to do praise and worship, he's gleaming off of me and I'm gleaming off of him. And the thing about it, we don't even talk. It's just a
It's
mental thing. You know what I'm
oh yeah,
saying?
it's amazing.
It is amazing. I'd be like, okay, babe, don't do it like that. I'm trying to tell them with my eyes or my
Uh-huh.
expression, and it's just amazing. I love it because it's ministry,
Hmm.
and I really do enjoy it so much. It's just God to me. He just he knows how to pull out the best in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm all here for it.
Good.
Anything that God want to do, I'm all here
There you
for it.
go.
Hmm.
Next. What you got next for me?
I know, right?
So,
Exactly.
oh my
Yes.
God. So what's next for you, Maria?
Well, what's next for me? Well, I'm actually learning how to be a empty nester,
Okay.
which is hard
Mm-hmm.
because once your children move out of the house, what do? I'm looking at my husband like,
Now
what's
it's about
next,
you.
girl?
Now it's about you.
I know, but like I was telling you the other day, um, parents didn't teach us how to live with, after your kids, after they
Mm-hmm.
leave the house. It's just so hard because I'm so used to being mom, doing this, groceries, cooking, cleaning, God knows well,
Mm-hmm.
giving instructions, giving the order. Got to go pick up this. Got to go meet somebody at the school. Got to meet somebody at the
Mm-hmm.
doctor office. If somebody gets sick, I got to take off. I got to be a nurse. I got to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
No, you ain't going to the doctor today.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that. And when you're so used to doing that all the time, you forget about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows I've been guilty of that. I forgot about myself, and I forgot about how I need to take care of me. If I get cold, or if they're cold, if they have a cold first,
Mm-hmm.
the first ones I'm taking care of them, not
Right.
even my own self. But now, my daughter always says, "Mom, you gotta have self care," and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really learning how to take care of me
Mm-hmm.
and my health. Cause honey, after you reach a certain age, stuff start happening in your body that you did not even know that ever existed. Oh yes, auntie, hot flashes.
Guys don't have a clue.
Yeah,
They don't have a clue.
they
They don't
don't
have a
know.
clue.
They don't
They
know.
don't have a clue.
They don't know. But yeah, I'm learning how to take care of me. I'm really taking my time and even relearning who Maria is,
Mm-hmm.
if that
And
makes
that's
sense.
important, though.
Yeah, because everybody knows Maria's the mom, the wife, the caregiver, grocery shopper, the cook,
Mm-hmm.
the chef,
Yeah.
the cleaner, and all the other stuff. But it's more assets to me than just that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about ministry. It's about where God has taken us. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just at a point in my life where I just I want God just to get the best out of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still young,
Yeah, you are.
still young.
Yeah, baby.
So I want God to get the best out of me,
Yeah.
and so you know, um, I'm doing so much more of praying and really seeking the face of God for a lot of things in my life because I want more of Him
Mm-hmm.
and less of myself. But then I also want to be able to spread what He's given me to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's
that's
the next for
wonderful.
me. Yeah.
That's wonderful, though.
Hmm.
You got to take care of yourself. I mean, people you hear, it's like a broken record now, self care, self care. But really, it's not a broken record if you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing we were talking about the other day. It's kind
Yeah.
of like, people getting on me now by my eating habits and things like that. And I'm trying, but I'm not all the way over the hill. You know.
And I understand because trust me, I've been there, done that too. But the thing I know, I ask God, God, just help me. So you got to take it one step and one step at a time. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I was telling you it's been about what 8-9 years that I really don't drink sodas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a blessing for me
Mm-hmm.
because honey, Pepsi was my friend. Pepsi and ooh, honey, y'all couldn't take Pepsi and a Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Ain't know what they call it? Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir. That they were my friends, and the Fanta grape. Yes, sir. Mm, they were my friends, but I don't, I don't have a taste for them anymore.
That's
I
good.
really don't
That's really
at
good.
all. And I do the water, but God knows in heaven I do get tired of water, so
Mm-hmm.
I do do my little teas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been drinking too. The hibiscus tea
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that's
and
good.
the green tea. That's
Mm-hmm.
really good
Mm-hmm.
with some honey. And I don't do sugar.
You don't do sugar. I think that's the biggest thing for me is to kind of kill the sugar. Well, maybe eating a little bit better at times too. But the big thing for me, to me, is the sugar.
Yeah, I understand. And it's something that my doctor was saying is that there there's she said, I'm not saying take away everything that you like,
Mm-hmm.
but there are some things that you can eat in moderation. You know, if you like sweets, just eat half of it or eat a third of it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But I know me, when it gets to that,
Mm,
no,
yeah.
I'm not going to do that. So I just stay away. And honestly, if you, I guess there's a saying, if you do it for like 21 days,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost, you won't even miss it.
Yeah.
If you know, kind of stay away from it for at least 21 days, I
Mm.
guess that's what they say. I don't know.
I don't know, but it sounds like it makes sense.
I don't know.
We could
Well,
try
so,
it.
yeah,
We could try it.
yeah.
Let me see. What can I stay away from for 21 days? I don't know. We have to talk about that one.
Okay. But yeah, yeah, like I said, I don't do the sugar my inside of anything. I really do honey. But you know, they have
Mm-hmm.
the sugar alternate, like
Mm-hmm.
the what they call it, stevia,
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. Stuff that's a little bit better, and that's what I'm learning, how to take stuff that's better for me and eating it instead of the pork bacon, which I love.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Jesus
Bacon.
Christ, I love
You
bacon.
doing what, turkey bacon now?
Some it has to look a certain way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know you like. Yeah, I know that turkey bacon can be rather dry, but it's just a certain way that it needs to be. I can't go into it, but anyway, it's a certain way it needs to be before I eat
I
it.
gotta have pig. I gotta have bacon. I gotta have all right. I gotta have bacon.
I
Eat some
know,
bacon.
I
I gotta
know,
have some real
but I
bacon.
just think, you know, like just like my doctor was saying, just in moderation. So I just try to make sure I take things in moderation
Yeah.
and try to make sure I drink enough water to flush it out if I overindulge.
Yeah.
Try not to, but you know. Hmm.
Well, girl, let me tell you, this is the beginning of the year. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, we do.
Got a long way to go, and I think next year this time will be probably a little bit finer.
Mm.
I'm thinking
Yes,
if
we
we do what we're
are.
supposed to be doing.
Oh yes, we're gonna be so fine, girl.
We
Ain't
should
no,
be a little bit finer.
yes, honey. I can't wait. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
me too. Me too. Well, we need to get together a little bit more
Hmm.
going forward this year. I do know that I said I was going to try to start kind of having a life. I get off work and then I come to the studio. So I'm working two full-time jobs on top of trying to keep everything going. So, but
And you gotta have a balance.
I do. I need a balance, and I think that will probably solve some of my eating habits, some of my bad eating habits, because sometimes I mean I have just went home and not ate at all,
And that's not
and
good.
that's not good at all. And so it's just me, and I know better, and so that means I need to do better.
Do you know how to meal prep?
That don't work for me.
It doesn't.
No, because I'll get
Tired.
yeah, at some point it's kind of like I'm dressing. I can pull out clothes and have it for the whole week. And then when Monday come, I don't want to wear that. Tuesday, I don't want to wear that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just that
understand.
person. Leftovers, 9 chances out of 10, I'm not going back to it.
Gotcha.
I'm just not that person. I always been difficult.
That's not difficult. That's being real, and at least you know.
Yeah, I do know that about myself. I do know
Mhm.
that about myself. I'm picky. I'm finicky. Uh, um, it's hard for me to trust somebody. I know that. So until you're in my bubble, you don't get that hug. You don't get that
Gotcha.
until until I'm like fully there. And so it
You
takes a
sound that sounds a lot like me too, because it's not that you don't want to be. It's just you got to protect your heart.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
And I always tell my husband, babe, if I look, I say if I get a little tingling in my spirit, I already know what time it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because everybody is not for you. And that's the thing that you got to be really careful with,
Yeah.
opening up. Because sometimes when you open yourself up to people and you're being you,
Yeah.
you're being genuine, and some people will take it and run with it,
Yeah.
and break your heart. Um, and I don't want nobody doing that
Yeah, me either. Me
to
either. I
you
moved
or
away to
anybody.
get away from that.
Yeah,
So I didn't come all the way, you know, miles and miles away from
mhm.
Dallas, Texas, to just go back into that same circle.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
And so I've been blessed. I've been blessed since I've been here. I have a studio family. I have a work family, and I have my family.
Hmm.
So I'm blessed.
Are you dating?
I am not dating right now. I am very available right now. I'm not dating right now, but I'm
Okay.
available to date. I'm not trying to, cross the broom or nothing like that no time soon, because but I am available to date.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Some
yes.
good Christian man that has a job and his own transportation. Just want to throw that in
She
there.
said a job, transportation. Ooh, you're gonna get a whole lot more than just that, bruh.
That's just starters, It's a starter. That's kind of breaking down. What they
Yeah,
call it,
yeah.
process elimination. So if you can't pass that,
Oh
don't
my
don't even
God.
go past go, because you
I know
know
that's
that's
right.
the start.
I know that's right.
So,
But I just love, and I love um, how the process of dating,
mhm.
and because with my husband, I'm telling you, honey, I met him online.
Really?
Said Maria, you met him online? Yes,
Yes,
I
she met him
did.
online.
I met him online. They had this thing called Badu. I didn't even understand what it means, but anyway, I was on this dating website, and it really wasn't my really cup of tea. It's
Mhm.
not something I looked at all of the time, but this one particular time, my husband he was just on my page. Every time I turn around, I would always see him on my page. I'm like, who is this? I already told the Lord what I don't want. I said, I don't want no light skinned bro. I don't want nobody in. I'm serious. I told the Lord what I want. I'm being honest. I don't want them light skinned. I don't want nobody, no preacher, nobody in the service. I don't want none of that.
Okay.
And how God gave me all that because He thought I needed it,
See,
and I did.
you can't tell him what you don't want, because
I
he
know,
he
but
already know.
I was trying to be honest
Yeah.
because I didn't want. I just sometimes to me now sometimes light skinned men think they're prettier than us.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's true.
yeah, so
That's true.
that was my thing. Look at they do think that they prettier than you, but they do.
They be in the mirror
So
more than we do, for sure.
yes, and I was like, I don't want a man like that. I
Yeah.
want somebody that's gonna love me and treat me like a queen. And he and I just kept saying, Lord, why is he always on my page?
Mhm.
Didn't know he was really checking me out until I reached out to him first. And I said, Sir, why are you on
Yeah.
all my pages? And then that was like, yeah, this is it. I get to talk to her. So we talked back and forth, with the text or the
Mhm.
messaging, and then finally I gave him my number, and Lord, he
That
called
was
me
it.
right away,
Oh my
just like
gosh.
that. I was like, and I told him, I said, I don't think you understand what you're getting into, sir. And he was like, oh yes, I do. Yes, I
Oh
do.
my
And
goodness.
come to find out, as we were talking, that um the church that I was formerly going to, we was renting the church that his grandfather has. And I was like, well, how come I never met you? He said, because I was always away. And I was like, okay. And so as we go forward, he asked me on a date. I went on a date with him. Then he goes to my mama house. My mama said, yeah, I'm gonna show him all of these videotapes of you directing the choir and la la la
Uh
la
huh.
la and all this other stuff. And I was like, Mom, don't embarrass me, Mom. So we went over to my mom's and all, and Mama had showed him the videos, and girl, Will ran out of the house, and I was like, "What's wrong, Will? Did something happen?" And he was like, "No, no, no. I'll call you later." I said, "Okay." I didn't know if the
Oh
food
wow.
was bad. I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what was
yeah.
going on. So
Bad
you know what he
impression.
did? He called me later. I said, "Well, what's wrong?" He said, "Maria, I heard my mother speak, and say, "You are the one." And I said, "What do you mean? You just met me."
Yeah.
Right? He said, "No, Maria, I need you to understand this. My mother, before she died, said that you would know who your wife is because y'all would have stood in the same place." Now, like I said, I didn't know that that was his grandfather's church, right? He was the choir director and musician for his grandfather. We stood in the same exact place. I could stand anywhere in the church to direct the choir, but I stood at a certain place all of the time. And when he kept seeing that in the video, it reminded him
Oh,
of
wow.
where he stood, and that's why he was like so super emotional.
Oh man,
And
chills
he
probably
yes,
went through him
and
and
I was
everything.
scared, and
Wow.
I'm telling y'all, I was scared to death because I was like, wait a minute.
What happened here?
Yes, is this a God thing? You know what I mean? I was really scared because, I had been married before, and, and me getting back on the dating thing was totally
Scary.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enough.
It's
Yeah.
real scary because you don't know, dating is different after you've been married.
I know.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
totally, you don't know what's out here.
That's why I said, yeah.
Right, because you get scared and be like, you don't want to do it. But God did bless me, and I'm so glad we'll be celebrating 11 years
Congratulations.
married this year. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So that's how it started with us, and I'm so grateful for him. I
Yeah.
really am.
Well, you had to keep him in line. I think when I first talked to you on the phone, he was in the hospital, wasn't he? I first met you on the phone. He was in the hospital, and I'm like, okay, we're trying to get my brother some flowers. Where is he?
Yes,
And
yes.
so it's been going ever since. We've been going strong, and he's a blessing. And
He
like you said,
is.
he's all over everywhere, but he's a blessing.
He
He
is.
really
He
is.
is. He has such a big heart, and at first I was like, babe, you just gotta slow down.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know but he has to have a balance too, because you know where God is taking him, he's got to be able to be physically fit to do the work. So that means you gotta balance every day. Now, okay, you may not can do this here, but you can do it there. Take off some time right here, rest your body, because as you get older,
Yeah,
certain things start happening, you got to take care of it.
yeah, yeah,
So that's why I try to tell him.
yeah. Well, you know what? As long as he got you, I think he's okay.
I think so. If he listen.
Yeah, but that's the hard part though,
Yeah,
because
it
he ain't
is.
gonna listen. He's gonna do his
Men
stuff.
don't
He gonna
listen.
do what he want to do.
How we back at the men.
Yeah,
Men
they
don't
gonna do what
listen.
they want to do. I mean, even if they in Texas, they gonna do what they want to do. It don't matter.
Oh my God. Yes.
So, but you know what? This is a great start for International Women's Month because you know
Yes.
what? You are a woman, a powerful woman. You are a shero. And I want to
Oh.
thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chat with me.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad. And as we enter into this month, International Women's Month, it's so important that we as women, that we really love on each other, and really understand that this is a sisterhood,
Yes,
and we
absolutely.
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
got to be able to support one another, and all that great stuff, and encourage one another. Because sometimes I'm telling you, it's not always easy out
Yeah,
here.
it's hard. It's hard. And especially if you in a position where you're not a part of, and you just like this is me, from the outside, and I'm just coming into everyone's world, and so I don't have that. I got my studio. I call it my studio family. I got Dr. Ron and his wife Deborah. They're family. I mean, it's just like I couldn't have asked for God to put better
Oh,
people in my life,
yeah.
and so between your family and their family, and then my god brother Curtis, I feel like now I have a Virginia family. You know what I mean? Where at first it was like I didn't know anybody.
Right.
I go from state to state, and I clean up everything, and when I'm coming, your mouth's about to close because that's what I do. And so people
Yeah.
knew that.
Mhm.
I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm good at what I do. I like to think that I'm very good. God has blessed me to be knowledgeable and know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
So I get in and I do what I do, and they move me to another state. Get in, do what I do, and they move me to another state. Just so happened I was offered the general manager position at Military Circle, and that's what kept me here. and then everything else snowballed because I decided to start doing a studio, and
Yeah.
and that kept me here and kept me grounded. I'm like, well, maybe this is where I need to be. And so now I have my extended family. I'm happy now.
Ain't nothing
I'm
wrong
happy
with
now.
that.
So I'm not, I know I can pick up the phone if I need something, or I know if my car break down, I can say, hey, can you come get me? I don't know why I'm out of gas. Whatever, like what you
Right.
do at home. I drive two cars because if my car break down, in my mind, I'd have no one I could call to come get me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now I have that. I feel like now if the car break down and I don't have to worry about it because I got family now,
Right.
and vice versa. If they need me, hey, go get the keys. Go ahead and take the car. That's just me because I want people. I want to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Right.
And
Right.
so that's just me. So now I feel good, and I feel like God is really going to bless and flourish, our studios with good, positive people, and
Yes.
and that's what we want. We want people that's really trying to invest in themselves. We want people that's you got something, got a story to tell.
Yes.
This is this
Yes.
is this is your platform. This is what we're doing this for. I could do my show all day long. You could do your show all day long,
Mm-hmm.
but we sharing. We wanted everybody to be able to come and do their shows.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. It's about giving back.
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing. Thank you, God.
Yes.
It's a blessing.
Like you're opening up the doors for somebody else to tell their dream or their vision,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to share that, and then have other people grab grab hold to the vision and help you bring it forth. That's a real blessing.
And that's what we're here for. I feel honestly feel that's what I'm doing this for. Because I could be shopping and buying me some other stuff, with all this money we spending here at the studio.
I know that's right.
Shopaholic. So, but I'm gonna let you go, baby girl. This has been fun.
It
I
has
enjoyed it.
been.
We need to do this again.
Yeah, we can. We can do it again. We sure can.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, guys. Well, Maria Brown. Maria, you want to tell people how to get in touch with you?
Well, in order to get in contact with us, you can give us a call at 757-676-2637. Yeah.
Something like that. Well, we'll
Girl,
we'll put it in the chat room for
I'm
you.
so sorry. Look, I don't call myself.
But look for Big Mind.
Big Mind Entertainment or Big Mind Group. You can also see us on Facebook at Big Mind Entertainment. You can go on Facebook and see us there. And if you need anything, shout us out, send us a message, and we'll be glad to get back with you. My husband also does DJing. We do some DJing, we do sound, but we have a bigger group that we work with to get sound done. So if you are in need of that, also call us, okay? 757-676-2637. I think I said that right this time.
Okay. Okay, guys. Until the next International Woman, we have cocoa butter.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoa butter. We have her. She just wrote a new book, and so I can't wait to talk to her. And
All right.
got a lot of people that already scheduled, so I'm excited about this whole thing.
Yes. This is wonderful.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you.
Y'all, please listen to her. Listen out for her. And I know that she's going to do y'all well.
So, guys, until next time, tell them goodbye, Maria.
Bye. Bless you. Bye.
You're watching SKST Radio.